Hello, Rob Harpen here, and allow me to explain the concept of Punch 2 in a brief tutorial. Punch 2 holds 24 drum pads, and each pad can have a different type of drum sound assigned to it. You can select bass drum, snare, closed hi-hat, open hi-hat, tom, clap, user, sample, or loop slice. The drum sound can be produced using the synthesizer model or can be sample-based. On a 5-octave keyboard, the first pad starts on the first note C, and then it goes chromatically upwards to the last pad number 24, which is on the second B note. The MIDI note range we use by default is the commonly used Yamaha scale, so these 24 pads start from note C1 up to note B2. The MIDI note range display can be changed from the back panel, which can be accessed by clicking on the logo of Punch 2. Next to the 24 pads, you can find the built-in sequencers that can generate beats, which we call grooves, breaks, audition, and loop play, which is a sliced loop. Above pad 24, you can trigger the sequences by playing the notes that relate to these grooves, breaks, audition, and loop play. Each groove and break sequencer has 4 tracks and can use any of the 24 pad sounds. Essentially, the groove 1 to 4 and breaks 1 to 4 include the same features, but the names groove and break will guide you on how you could use them within a beat build-up. For example, you could play groove 1 up to 3 at once and use the break 1 to create a fill. But essentially, you are free in how to use them, and in various Punch 2 drum kit presets, they are used in different ways. In your music host program, once you record Punch 2 grooves, breaks, audition, and loop play, they will appear as a single MIDI note. You can compare it to recording Predator 2 or other synthesizers with their arpeggiator active. The cool thing about Punch 2 is that you can combine these sequences with playing the individual pads as well. Now you might think, why does Punch 2 have these sequences? Because I also can play and sequence the pads using the music program. Well, let's go to the pattern page to show you that these sequencers have some interesting features, like adjusting the panning per step, tune per step, and the envelope length, which is the sound length per step. Also, you do not always have to start the sequence on the first beat, but can start on a different beat, generating interesting new beats. Of course, for playing the sliced loop sound, you need the loop play to play it back. The audition mode you trigger by hitting the note G3 sharp. The audition mode comes in two types. The basic audition, in which you select which groove, sequences and loop play are playing once you hit the note G3 sharp. Or the audition mode is in audition sequencer mode, which allows you to build up a sequence order of the grooves, breaks and loop play. This mode you can compare to a traditional hardware drum computer sequencer mode. Please note that the loop play is only active if the slice loop feature is used. If the loop play button appears with dimmed text, the loop play is not active in the Punch 2 drum kit preset you selected. Punch 2 is a heavily featured drum synthesizer, but the main page allows you an easy workflow to create your own drum kit presets without going deep. Each pad can be selected by clicking in the field around it. You can mute and solo a pad, change the volume, the decay, and if you would like to edit the current pad sound deeper, you can click on the pencil icon to go to its advanced page. If you select a pad inside the main page, the lower left side part allows you to edit the major parts of this pad. You can change the type of sound here and also select one of the many drum presets, because there's not only complete drum kit presets in Punch 2, but also each type of sound like bass drum, snare, samples and so on has many drum presets divided into folders. In this section you also can select a distortion type for this pad, control the FX, and here you can also click on the pencil if you like to go to the advanced page of the selected pad. Also located in the lower section of the main page, you can control many parts of the master section. If you click on the pencil, it takes you to the master section itself for more detailed editing. But as you can see in the main page, a lot of tools can be activated and used without leaving. In the lower midsection of the main page, you can see the audition, grooves, breaks, and loop play buttons. Depending on the build-up of the Punch 2 drum kit presets, these parts will play. If you like to edit these parts, you simply click on the pencil icon to go to the pattern page, which is for editing the grooves and breaks. At the top of Punch 2, you can select the drum kit presets, which hold all the data. So the 24 pad sounds and also the used sequences are saved within a drum kit preset. The main page can be selected here, but also the advanced page for each pad. The easy page also, which is very cool to adjust the whole drum kit in a creative way. Then there is the modulation matrix, the pattern page to create sequences, the master page, the FX page, color setup page, and lastly, the manager page. Enjoy Punch 2!